it's Emily from Home Sweet Pilates. We are back for another reformer workout. Today we are doing an intermediate to advanced workout. You have the option to have one pair of 3 to 5 pound hand weights and a bar or a rod or a dowel if you have one. If you do not have one, really don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, so I'm excited for today's workout. We're gonna get right into it. We will be doing some inversions, things like that. So just be prepared if that is not something that you feel comfortable doing, that you will need to skip ahead of those. Okay, we are going to begin on our footwork springs. So have 3 springs on here, whatever you feel most comfortable with. If you are on a balanced body, you can do a red, red, blue. Otherwise, do whatever 3 springs you prefer for footwork. Let's see if I can get that on there. It is very cold here today, so I am really needing this warm up. So we're going to begin sitting just like this on our reformer. So we are sideways here. We're going to do a little bit of a core warm up before the main warm up, okay? So we're sitting nice and tall. I'm kind of in the center of my carriage here. I have my springs on so my carriage isn't going anywhere, okay? Take your hands, place them in front of you, your shoulders are down. We're just gonna do a half roll down here and then roll it back up. So what I'm making sure here is that my feet are firmly planted. I'm not allowing them to come up, okay? So keep them firmly planted there. I'm keeping my shoulders down. I'm rolling halfway back and rolling back up. So I'm getting that tilt in my pelvis, right? Warming that up a little bit. Let's do one more here. Now hold it down. Take your left hand, open it up to the side, back to the center. Right hand, center, sit yourself up. Do it again. Roll it down. Left, right, sit up tall. Remember, you're keeping your feet firmly planted. Now roll it down. Arms float overhead. They come back down. We sit up tall. Roll it down, float overhead, come back down, sit up tall. This gets you warmed very quickly, especially because we have the series of 5 after this. I love that for us. Okay, now scoot your booty forward ever so slightly, roll yourself all the way back, bring your legs up into tabletop. Okay, we're gonna start with that single leg stretch here. So my left hand is going on my right knee, my right hand is going on my right ankle. I extend my left hand out, my right knee is in towards my chest. I switch and I switch. My chest is lifted here, so I'm not having it lying all the way back, right? My upper body is lifted through my core. We're not here forever. It's our last one on this side. Take both knees, hug them into your chest. On your inhale, extend your legs straight out as you extend your arms behind you for a double leg stretch. Circle your arms, bring yourself back into a ball. Inhale, extend. Exhale, circle, bring it into a ball. Inhale, extend. Exhale, circle, bring it to a ball. Last one here. Inhale, extend, exhale, circle legs to a ball. Going into single straight leg stretch. Extend your left leg out, right leg is up toward the ceiling. Hold either at your calf or your ankle. Pull that right leg in towards you twice. Switch your legs. So we go pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. You're still lifted in that upper body. Last set all the way through here. Going into double leg lowers. So take a quick break while I explain this, okay? If you need to situate yourself, that's fine. For double leg lowers, if you feel like it's too much on your core, do single leg, okay? So we have our hands behind our head, our chest is lifted, legs are straight up towards the ceiling. We lower our legs out and we bring them back up. Lower them out, bring them back up. If you need, do one leg at a time. You'll notice I can do one leg lower than I can do both legs. That's fine. Last one here. Going straight into bicycles. Go into that tabletop here. Now extend your left elbow towards your right knee and then switch, switch, switch. Your core should be absolutely on fire like mine is. I am ready for this series to be over. Last one, all the way through. Hug those knees into your chest, rock yourself up to seated. We're going straight into footwork. So if you have those weights, optional, totally optional, but go ahead and grab them, okay? I have 5-pounders here. We're gonna lie ourselves down. Nothing like the series of 5 to really get you ready for what's to come, right? It's amazing what a little bit of movement can do. Okay, we're going to begin with our heels on the bar, hip distance apart. We're lying all the way down on that mat. Arms are straight up towards the ceiling, palms are facing one another. My shoulders are down, right? They're not super up into my ears. Whenever you're ready, you're gonna press the carriage out. As you do that, bring your arms straight down by your sides. As you bring the carriage in, bring the weights back up towards the ceiling. Do it again. Again, this is completely optional. You do not need to be doing this. If you wanna just keep your arms down by your sides, please do so. Make sure your knees are in line with your toes. They're not knocking in or falling out. You're pushing into those heels. One thing I'm not doing is allowing my arms to fall back over my head. See how I bring them right back up to a straight line? I want you to make sure that you're doing that, okay? One more here. Bring it all the way back in. Now put those toes on the bar like you're up in high heel stilettos, okay? They're still hip distance apart. Now, when we bring that carriage out, we're gonna bend at the elbow. When we bring the carriage in, straighten your arms. Press out and bend. Bring the carriage in and straighten. Press out and bend. Bring the carriage in and straighten. Another thing I'm not doing here, or trying not to do at least, is to allow my shoulders to fall back, right? So I'm not bringing my arms all the way back. You'll feel them push against the shoulder blocks if you do that. Just bending at the elbows, then bringing it in. Last one here, hold it out. Now, what I would like you to do is you're going to bend, or you're gonna flex one heel under the bar as you bend the opposite elbow. So my left heel's flexed under the bar, my right elbow is bent. Straighten both, do the opposite. Straighten and bend, straighten and bend. Remember, you're just bending at the elbow here. We're not moving that arm in any other way. Get a little tendon stretch while we do this. Last one here. Bring it all the way back in. Now, we're gonna put a slight bend into those elbows. Palms are still facing one another. My toes are still on the bar, but I'm gonna bring them a little bit closer and bring my heels together here, okay? We're in that Pilates V. Squeeze those heels. My knees are naturally tracking out slightly, right? Just like my toes are. As I press the carriage out, I'm gonna open my arms out wide, keeping that slight bend in the elbow, and then bring them back in. Out and in. Make sure you're straightening your legs all the way as you press out, really pressing those heels together. Keeping a nice open chest here. You've got 3, 2, sorry if you can hear the little yippy dog my neighbor has. Last one here. Bring it all the way in. Now place your heels wide on the bar. Arms are resting on the carriage, palms are facing up towards the ceiling. You're gonna keep your arms rested the entire time, but as we press out, we're gonna bicep curl. And then bring it back in. Bicep curl, bring it back in. So the tops of my arms are on the carriage the whole time. We're just adding a little bit of coordination in here, tiny bit of arm work. It's not really working our arms too hard, but it is creating that mind-body connection, right? One more. And bring it all the way in. Now bring your feet together, your knees together, your thighs together. Everything is glued tight, okay? Your arms are down by your sides. They're just resting on the carriage here. We're gonna do a little bit of bridging up, okay? So keep everything squeezing. The bar is in the center of my feet here, okay? So press your hips up towards the ceiling, keeping everything glued. And now lower it down. Try to get that articulation as much as you can. It's really challenging when your legs are together like this. So we're moving slowly, okay? Slow and intentional. Tilt that pelvis as much as you can as you lift those hips up and articulate down. Really squeeze those legs together. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 2 more. I'm so sorry if you can hear the dog, the neighbor dog. It's part of life, right? That's what happens when you work out in your garage. All right, last one, all the way up to the top here. We're gonna press it out for that pelvic lift, but bend those elbows. Keep your palms facing one another. We're bent 90 degrees here at the elbow, okay? As we press the carriage out, keeping our legs together, press your arms towards the ceiling. Now bring it back and keep those hips lifted, okay? They don't have to be pushed all the way up toward the ceiling. You can have them dropped slightly here, right? So I'm making a nice straight line when I press out, and then I bring it down. Press it out, bring it in. Keep those legs glued. One more like this. Now, rotate the palms towards the front so our arms are out and our elbows are out wide. Same thing, press it out, lift the arms up, bring them down. Press it out and up, bring it down. Make sure you're keeping your hips lifted. Again, they don't have to be as high as they can possibly go, right? But I don't want them resting on the carriage. Try to have them elevated here. 2 more. Last one. And bring it all the way in. Roll yourself down. Go ahead and take those weights, place them off to the side. We are done with them. We do not need them anymore, okay? We're gonna stay here on these springs. Stay lying on your back. If you have pegs on your reformer, go ahead and grab them. If you do not have pegs, you can grab around your shoulder blocks, okay? But if you have the pegs, I love having pegs on my reformer. I think that they're so convenient. So grab those pegs, shoulders are down and relax, okay? Take your legs, extend them out over the bar. My toes are pointed, you can't see it, but they're pointed. Keep your legs together. We're gonna do a little bit of jackknife here, okay? So take those legs, bring them together, up and overhead. We're not going onto our neck, right? I'm still on my upper back here. Lower them towards the ground. Now lift them up, 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 up towards the ceiling. Lower them back towards the ground here. And roll your spine all the way down. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Slow, slow, slow. Lower those legs towards the bar. Do it again. Lift up in those hips, reach those legs over, lower them towards the ground. Straighten them as high as you can towards the ceiling here, trying to get vertical. Now lower them back down towards the ground. We're rolling through that spine, keeping the chest open. Don't allow yourself to get into those shoulders. Don't grip onto those pegs for dear life, right? We're in control of this. The pegs are just there as a guide for a little bit of control. Do one more. Inhale as you lift those legs. Exhale. Bring those legs down. The hardest part here is just the controlled movement. I'm shaking really bad. I don't know if you can tell. Slow and controlled is the name of the game here. Roll it down. Drop those legs down. Awesome job. Now, we're gonna do a little bit of control balance. So, Control balance off is like one of my favorite moves. It's where you exit the reformer in a really cool way, but we're not doing the full expression today. We're gonna work our way up, okay? So, same thing that we just did. Take both your legs, bring them together, bring them up overhead. Okay, so I'm at kind of parallel right now to the ground with my legs. I'm gonna lift my legs up towards the ceiling as high as I can. Keep them there. Now, keeping my left leg pointed towards the ceiling, I'm gonna lower my right leg towards the right shoulder block. Lift it back up towards the ceiling. Left leg towards the left shoulder block. Up towards the ceiling. Do it again. Right leg. Up. Left leg. Up. Now, keep your legs lifted towards the ceiling as we roll our spine down. Try to keep them up, 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 up. Lower those legs down. Woo-wee. We can do one more, right? We got it. We can do one more. Here we go. Lift up and over. Now, lift those legs up towards the ceiling. Right leg to the right shoulder block. Lift it back up. You're really pushing those hips up. You're squeezing in your bum, right? Do it again. Right leg. Left leg. Keep those legs, toes pointed towards the ceiling. Roll through that spine. Roll, 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 roll. Lower the legs down. You made it through. Oh, that's a really hard series. It's just all about body control, right? Which is really difficult. Okay, we're gonna sit ourselves up here. I was gonna make us do a roll up, but we can just sit up, it's fine. It's fine. All right, let's roll ourselves back down. Oh, sorry, I didn't mention the spring change. We're changing onto 2 springs now. So if you are on a balanced body, please be on a red. Otherwise, do whatever you feel most comfortable with. Red, blue, or red would be great here, okay? Place your feet. I'm going to take this clip out of my hair for right now because it's bothering me. Take your feet, place them on the foot bar, grab the straps behind you. Long loops is great here. We're going to do the 100, okay? We can do this. Legs in tabletop. Shoulders are down and back, right? Whenever you're ready, take an exhale. Press your arms down by your sides as you lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Now start pumping your arms up and down like you're bouncing little balls here, okay? If you would like, you can straighten your legs straight toward the ceiling. If you would like, you can lower them to 45 and continue that pump, okay? I'm gonna keep them here just for now. I know what's coming, so I'm gonna stay here. We're lifted through our core here. Pumping, pumping, pumping. Inhale for 5, exhale for 5. Inhale for 5, exhale for 5. Keep your shoulders down. Last set here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the upper body down. Beautifully done. Now, we're gonna do, I don't even know what I would call this, but we're going to start by keeping your legs in tabletop. Put a little bit of pressure into those straps so your carriage comes out ever so slightly, okay? It's not a ton, but ever so slightly, just so those arms are active. Legs are up towards the ceiling. Lower your left leg down, bring it back up. Right leg down, bring it back up. Left leg, right leg. Try to keep your ribs down. I feel mine wanting to come up. Left leg. Now, take your right arm, bring it down to the side like cheerleader arms, okay? Now, take your left leg, lower it down, lift it up. Left leg down, lift it up. Remember, you have slight tension in those straps, so your arms are working as well. One more. Switch arms. Now, right leg comes down. I'm starting to move too quickly because I'm wanting to get through this. Let's slow it down together. 2 more. Last one. Now take those legs, make a diamond with your feet, okay? We are going to sit ourselves up, place our hands through the diamond, bring it down. Now bring your knees together, arms come out, do 100 prep. Bring it down, diamond, arms go through, lower, 100 prep. Hello, core, right? We are really getting into the core today. Last one. Hold it here, just hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower it. Down. Okay, we're gonna hang up those straps. We are going to sit ourselves up. I am going to grab my clip, put my hair back out of my face because we are done lying down for the moment. All right, here we go. We're gonna stay on 2 springs here. If you are on a balanced body and you're on a red, I would probably go to a red-blue. My springs personally are a little bit different, so just be on like the lighter of 2 springs here. So I would be on like a lighter spring and a medium spring, okay? So if you're on balanced body, I would do a red-blue. We're gonna go into a little knee stretch series here. So hands are on the foot bar. My feet are dorsiflexed up against the shoulder blocks. Okay, I'm rounding my upper back like I'm doing the cat part of a cat-cow here. And I'm with my hands, almost like I'm pulling the bar apart. Okay, that's gonna activate your upper body. I want you to try to make that C curve here with your body. And we're trying to keep that curve, okay? So we're sitting slightly back. I'm not all the way forward, right? I'm slightly back here. I'm gonna press through my feet and I'm gonna press the carriage out, but not so far that I lose my C curve, right? I'm keeping the C here and then I'm gonna drag it back in. So I press it out and I drag it back in. So I really want your shoulders out of your ears, really get into that belly, make that C curve, pull those hands apart, drag it out and pull it back in. You'll feel this in your core and you'll feel it in the tops of your thighs, okay? I know it feels awkward. I know it feels weird. If you feel weird and awkward, you're doing it right, most likely. It's a slow movement too. Notice it's not a big movement. I'm not moving a ton here. But man, do I feel it, right? Let's do 2 more. Keep that C curve. Keep it, keep it, keep it. Last one. Ooh-wee. Okay, going into straight back now. Wow, that was really intense. Okay, from our head to our tailbone, I'm creating a straight line. So I'm not arched, I'm not rounded, okay? I'm keeping that straight line. I'm sitting slightly back here, right? This time, I'm gonna press the carriage out until I feel that extension, that opening in my hips. Then I'm gonna drag it back under, but I'm keeping my upper body still the whole time. Notice nothing in my upper body is changing, right? I'm pressing out and I'm dragging in. I really want you to think about the coming in as a drag as opposed to a riding of the springs, right? I'm not allowing the springs to do all the work. I'm dragging it in. You will feel your core ignite. You will feel the tops of those thighs. Let's speed it up a little bit. Out, in, out, in. Keep the shoulders down. Do not allow the arching in your back. Keep your belly tight. Last one, hold it out. Now keeping your arms straight, use your shoulders, swan your body up. Press it out, look down at the ground. Really press it out, really press it out. See how extended I am? Inhale as you press it up, look forward. Exhale as you bring it down, look at the ground. So when I swan up, I'm looking up. When I lower down, I'm exhaling. This is called down stretch. This is one of my favorites. What I'm not allowing to happen is my shoulders to take over and go into my ears here, right? I'm keeping them down out of my ears. Pretend you're wearing like really long, dangly earrings and they cannot touch your shoulders, okay? Let's do one more here. Swan it up. and lower your hips back down onto your heels. Awesome job. Now we're gonna move into jackrabbit or knees off. So keeping this dorsiflex position. Are you ready? All right, we're gonna take our knees off of the carriage like so. I'm gonna press myself back so that my upper body is in this extended position, okay? I'm gonna lower myself down so I'm not in a hiked position here, right? I'm lowering myself down. I press the carriage out. I use my legs to drag it in. Press it out, bring it in. Press it out, bring it in. See how I'm in kind of a straight line here? This is the most advanced form. Whew. We got it. 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Oh my gosh, I feel like my soul just left my body a little bit on that one. Nicely done. You made it through. Okay, we are going to go on to one spring here. If you are on a balanced body, I would recommend a red spring, okay? But one spring is great here. We are sitting on the foot bar here. My hands are down by my sides. I am having my hands wrapped this direction, not this direction, okay? So my palms are facing the back, like behind me, okay? The wall that's behind me. If you need a little bit of extra traction, you can take a foam roller and you can place it up here against the shoulder blocks, and that will just help you kind of close the gap a little bit. It won't make it easier, but it will make the exercise a little bit more achievable for you if you have not done this before, okay? So sitting on the bar here, I'm gonna extend my legs out. I'm gonna flex my feet up against the shoulder blocks. I'm going to take my hips off of the bar, so they're in front of the bar now, right? I'm going to lower myself in a tricep dip. I'm going to press my legs forward, lift my hips up towards the ceiling, and then keep my hips lifted as I bring them back towards the bar. So I lower, press, lift, and bring back in. Lower, extend, press, bring back in. Now let's reverse it. So I lift my hips up as I bring them out, lower down, bring it back in and up. Out, bend at the elbow, lower, lift. One more. This takes a lot of back body control. Go ahead and sit yourself back onto that bar. It's a lot of upper body work, but we made it through. Go ahead and place all of your springs on, please. We're gonna go into short box abs here. So we have all our springs on. We're lowering the bar all the way down. And we are grabbing our box. If you have a curtain rod or a dowel or some sort of stick, you can grab that. If you do not have one, don't worry about it, okay? You can still do this whole series without it. We're gonna sit on the box facing the front of the reformer. So you're facing the springs. Grab your foot strap here, place your feet into this strap. If you have that bar, so whenever you are putting your feet into the strap, make sure they go like around your ankle. I don't want you to have them just around your toes. Place them around your ankle, okay? That's gonna give you more traction, especially when you flex your feet, okay? So we're sitting nice and tall here. If you have the bar, place it directly out in front of you like so. If you don't have the bar, just take your hands and bring them out in front, okay? So if you do have that bar though, I want you to imagine that you're pulling it apart, okay? Shoulders down and back. We're just gonna start with a round back here. So I'm gonna tilt my pelvis under as I roll myself back without letting my shoulders come up into my ears. Roll it back and then bring it back up to sitting tall. Roll it back. Bring it back up to sitting tall. One more. Beautifully done. Going into flat back now. So keeping that straight line from your head to your torso. Again, if you don't have this bar, just use your hands, okay? But this time, as we flat back, you'll see my arms are coming over in the line of sight of my eyes. And I don't go back as far because I start shaking like almost instantly. This is really hard. Last one. Bring it back up. Beautifully done. Whew, let's do a quick around the world, going back into that round back. So we roll it back. Now together, bring your arms to the right, overhead, to the left, center, and up. One thing I want you to think about when you're rolling back, let's go the opposite way. As you rotate, I don't want one of your knees to bend. That means you're moving your hips, not your torso. Keep your legs firmly straight where they are. Beautifully done. Okay. Take your right foot out of the strap. Keep the left foot in it. We're doing climb a tree. We're really going for it today, aren't we? Your hands are behind your right knee, sitting nice and tall as you can. Okay, I tend to lean back when I do this. I'm trying really hard to work on that to not do that. We're gonna bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend, hold. Climb your legs up towards your ankle or grab your calf. Just don't grab your knee, okay? Sitting nice and tall. Rock yourself back all the way. Now climb down your thigh. Roll yourself all the way over. Option to release your hands into the well. Keep that leg straight towards the ceiling. Circle the leg out towards the right and bring it back up the center. Out towards the right, back towards the center. Reverse it. Now go down center, open towards the right. Down center, open towards the right. Get that thigh, climb yourself back up, climb back up your leg, and rock it forward. Ooh-wee. We're gonna do it one more time, minus the leg circles, okay? So this time we're just gonna go back and come back up. If you do not want to leave your hands in the well, you can stay holding on to your thigh, okay? Here we go. Extend, climb up, rock it back, climb down that leg, extend yourself over into the well if you choose. Bring your hands back towards your thigh, lift yourself up, climb back up your leg, and rock it forward. On to the other side. Sitting nice and tall, bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend, hold, climb up that leg. Rock yourself back. As you're rocking back, keep your shoulders down. Keep them down. I know I say it all the time, but seriously, keep them down. Climb down your leg. Rock it back. Hands go into the well. Straighten that leg. Open it to the left. Circle up. Left circle up. Reverse it. One more. Reach towards that thigh. Climb back up that leg and rock it forward. We have one more, okay? We can do this. Climb up that leg. I'm tired too. Rock it back. Climb down your thigh. Reach back into the well. Reach back towards your thigh. Lift it up and sit up nice and tall. Moving on to short box mermaid. I'll give you a second. Going down and up can make you feel a little woozy sometimes. I know I'm a little bit like, ooh, what's going on here? So let's take a second, take a breath. If you need to get a drink of water, please do so. Whenever you are ready, please join me. Keep your left foot into the strap. Your right leg is bent on the box, okay? We are going to start with our hands out to the side. Get yourself situated. Get yourself nice and square to the front. Hands out to the side. I'm going to lean over here, bring my right arm under as I bring my left arm over. So normally we go like halfway. This time I want you to really go all the way as far as you can, keeping that top arm nice and open. Use this top oblique to lift yourself back up. Do it again. Up and over, as far as you can go. Lift it up. Beautifully done. This one we're gonna add a little rotation, okay? We go up and over, reach. Take that bottom arm, reach it overhead. Now rotate towards the ground. Open your hands out to a T to the side. Bring your hands to your chest, open to the front. Now open to the ceiling, hands to a T, back to the front, hands to your chest, rock it up. Awesome job. Going to the other side. We're not staying here forever. Hallelujah, right? We're getting really close to the end, guys. You're doing an awesome job. Now we're doing the same thing. We're in a T here. My right foot is now in the strap. I'm bringing my left hand under as my right arm comes over. I lean, lean, lean. Keep this top shoulder nice and open. Lean as far as you can. Use that top oblique. Sit yourself up, back to a T. Up and over. Really think about reaching up and over, not down, okay? So we go up and over. Top oblique pulls me back up. I think we only did 2 on the other side, right? Yeah, this is the one where we add the rotation. Up and over, bottom arm comes overhead. Open towards the ground, hands to a T. Open to the front, hands to your chest. Open towards the ceiling, hands to a T. Open towards the front, hands to your chest. Rock it up. Awesome job. Okay, we're gonna take this rod, get rid of it. If you had it, take your box off. We can put our bar back up because we will need it again. And then we're gonna go onto one spring here. So I would go onto a red here. That's what I'm gonna be using. We're going to do some rowing front. Get a little classical for you. So we are sitting facing the front of our reformer. My hips are up against the shoulder blocks. I am grabbing the short loops behind me. If you don't have short loops, just use what you have, but I am using the short ones here. My legs are straight out in front of me. This is really hard for my hip flexors. I have very tight hip flexors, so I'm really trying to challenge myself in doing this well, okay? We're just gonna row front. We're just gonna row front with rounding forward. We're not gonna stay sitting tall the whole time, okay? So my feet are pointed, my legs are together. They are as straight as they possibly can. My back is as straight as it possibly can be. My arms are bent down by my sides. My palms are facing up, okay? I'm going to reach forward as I round my upper back. That's like I'm reaching up and over a barrel here, okay? Then I'm gonna stack my spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, keeping my hands out where they are. Rotate my palms towards the ground, lower my thumbs to the carriage. Bring them up towards the ceiling, circle them out to a T, bring them back to that starting position. So scoop and round, reach forward, up and over a barrel. Stack your spine up vertebrae by vertebrae, keeping your arms out where they are. Rotate the palms outward. Bring the thumbs down to the carriage. Arms come up overhead, out to a T, back to that starting position. We can do 2 more, yeah? Exhale, round it forward. Stack it up, tall, 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 tall. Arms stay out. Rotate the palms outward. Lower the thumbs. Arms come up towards the ceiling, out to a T, back to the starting position. We have 1 more. Circle it out. Back we go. Beautifully done. All right. I just realized in hindsight, we probably should have left the bar down because you might need it down, but that's okay. We're gonna do some snake because of course we're gonna end with snake here, right? But you can leave the bar up if you wanna do snake in the fullest expression with your feet on the bar, okay? Honestly, for me today, I think I'm gonna put my feet on the platform. I'm just not really in the mood to do it with my feet on the bar. I'm feeling a little tired today and I just don't wanna risk it, okay? So I'm gonna put my bar down. I'm gonna go onto one blue spring here. If you would like to join me there, feel free to do so. If you would like to stay on red, okay? Now, oops, I put my spring on the wrong little thing there. Okay, here we go. So if you are doing snake fullest expression, foot on the bar, you will start, everyone's gonna start by putting their hands on the carriage and the shoulder block. So your inside arm closest to the shoulder block goes on that. My fingers are facing the back of the reformer. My opposite hand is directly below it on the opposite side of the carriage, okay? Now, whether you're putting your foot on the bar or the platform, take your outside leg and place it on the bar or the platform, okay? Your inside leg is going to come up and cross in front of that leg. You're going to turn your upper body so you're at a slight diagonal. Now, we're gonna bring the carriage out, lower our hips towards the carriage, look forward. Hike your hips up towards the ceiling. Do it again. Bring it out, lower the hips down, and hike it back up. One more. We'll add twists next class. And bring it back up. Step yourself down. We're gonna come to the other side. It is really hard to talk while doing snake. All right, so same thing on the other side. Hands placed first. Take your outside leg, place it on the platform. I feel like my socks are losing their grippiness, so I'm kind of slipping around here. I need to get some new socks. Okay, take your inside leg, cross it over the planted foot, turn your upper body slightly diagonal, bring the carriage out, lower the hips, lift the eyes. Use that belly to lift your hips up and bring the carriage in. Do it again. You can maybe hear my socks slipping. I can get through one more. And lift it all the way up. Beautifully done. Now let's lift our bar back up. If you are on a red spring, please switch to a blue. We're done with all the hard stuff. We're gonna do a quick mermaid stretch and then we are out of here, okay? Let's do it. All right. Let's bring your inside leg. Shin is up against the shoulder blocks. My outside leg is parallel to the front, this side of the carriage here. My outside hand is on the bar. My inside hand is face up. But this time, so normally the way we do mermaid is like this, right? This time we're gonna do it a little differently. We're gonna take this hand, we're gonna scoop, so I'm gonna actually have my palm down here. We're gonna scoop and round it, almost like slice it through the air, right? Round it like this. You'll feel a really intense stretch right under here in your lat area, right? Press through both those hands. Looking down at the ground, try to keep that back hip down as much as you can. Let's swan ourselves up quickly. Just get a little movement in that spine. Press it back down. Slice that hand back through the air and bring the carriage in. Let's do it again, okay? So we scoop and round, slice that hand through the air, looking down at the ground. Swan yourself up. Press it back out. Slice it back through as you lift yourself up. Feels pretty good, huh? It's kind of like a version of mermaid that I really love to do on the mat. So I just kind of brought it to the reformer and I think it feels really good. Okay, keeping this back hip down as much as you can. This inside hand is palm face down. As we press out, we slice that hand through the air. Ooh, this side is tight for me. Pressing against that bar. Swan yourself up. Press it back out. So for me right now, my left hand is almost like pulling on the bar as my right hand is pushing on the bar. Slice it through as you bring it back up. Let's do it one more time. Slice it around. If you have not subscribed already, I would love to have you. Please be sure to like and leave a comment on this video. Share it with your friends, share it with your instructors, whomever you think would enjoy it. I realized I forgot to do a counter stretch. So if you'd like to do that with me, if you'd like to do it on the other side, that would be great. I'm only human, I forget things too, right? But I would love to have you for more workouts. I have mat workouts as well if you would love to do those also. Thank you so much for joining me and I will see you next time. Bye.